Hello everyone, today is the 10th of March. Monday past was International Women's Day. This Sunday will be Mothering Sunday, and last Sunday was our wonderful Bandside PW service. Huge thanks to everyone who played a part in it. So, thanks to Gillian for organising everything and introducing the PW theme, Side by Side. Thanks also to Hazel and Jane for leading the prayers, to our readers Alison and Betsy, to Amy for putting together a fantastic online choir, to Alice for not only singing in the choir but also producing the entire service, including all the editing and creative graphics. And of course, thanks to the Reverend Sarah Smith for reminding us that we are called to walk side by side, helping and supporting one another on the journey to the new heavens and the new earth, the straightening out of all that is twisted in our thinking and in our living. You know, when you stop and reflect, it is just grim to think how, down the centuries, male prejudice has acted like a well-patrolled barbed wire fence, stopping women from breaking out into society and into the church to share their gifts and talents, their insight and wisdom. It is sad and depressing that this old approach still exists, in some cases more in the church than in wider society. But things are changing. There are women of inspiration and their stories. This week, a friend drew my attention to one of them. Her name is Mae Jemison. I don't know if any of you have ever heard of her. I hadn't. As a woman of colour, she was born in the Deep South. In 1956, she was born in Decatur, Alabama, a town infamous for its KKK activity at that time. This was the start of the Civil Rights era. The US Supreme Court decision that black and white children could be educated together was passed in 1954. The Montgomery bus boycott to attain equal treatment on public transport took place across 1955 and 1956. The dreadful murder, and I do mean utterly dreadful murder, of 14-year-old Emmett Till happened in 1955. His mother insisted that his coffin would be open for his funeral so that everybody could see the depraved mutilation caused to her child by a white supremacist lynching. Confronted with all of this reality, in 1959, Mae Jemison's family moved north to Chicago to get away from the overt, deadly racism of neo-slavery in the Deep South. Mae flourished and blossomed. She developed a keen interest in science, especially astronomy and space. She dreamed of becoming an astronaut, but worried that a black woman would not be able to break into that overwhelmingly white male arena. In her mind, though, it was vital that she or someone like her should, for if these white males encountered extraterrestrials, she wanted them, that is, the extraterrestrials, to know that there were other humans besides white men. Aged just 16, she won a scholarship to a prestigious university where she studied chemical engineering and African American studies. Following that, she pursued medicine, qualified as a doctor, and worked as a medical director in the West African countries of Sierra Leone and Liberia. But her fascination with space and stars, breaking boundaries and exploring new frontiers never left her. In the face of stiff competition, she enrolled as an astronaut, and in 1992 she became the first African American woman in space, tasked with running a whole series of different experiments. Since then, she has devoted her talents and her energies to pioneering science and technology geared to improving the quality of life on Earth. People often ask her if being part of the space program was the toughest thing she ever did. She always says no. The toughest job was working in West Africa because, as she says, she was responsible for people's lives 24 hours a day, nearly every day of the year. Here surely is an inspirational figure, a woman deeply committed to betterment in this world, but with her head, quite literally for a time, in the stars. She offers a fantastic piece of wise advice, and it says, never limit yourself because of the limited imaginations of others. Never limit others because of your own limited imagination. You know, the book of Proverbs has an amazing insight. It pictures wisdom as a woman, and what's even more amazing, it describes Lady Wisdom and God working together side by side at the dawn of time to make creation the fascinating reality it is and has been to Mae Jemison all her life. I ask you, if this biblical image is true, as I believe it is, how can anyone in our church or any other possibly want to limit the role of women in any sphere of life, in church or in society? If we do, it seems to me we are all the poorer, and we are less faithful to God's vision and God's practice as revealed in Scripture. God bless. Bye for now.